Hello and happy Mother's Day to all you moms. This week is a different week for us. We're actually kind of worshiping in a few different places today, and so we are able to meet together again at the church here, and so we'll be worshiping together. And for those who don't maybe feel comfortable coming out quite yet or just can't make it, we are also wanting to give you an opportunity just to be a part of things online, and so we're excited to be able to do that. This week I asked some of the moms of our church family and some of our family and friends, just man, what do they love about being a mom, and so they sent back some pretty amazing responses to that, and so I wanted to share those with you today. Let's take a look at them.
Okay, really? What do I love most about being a mother? You're going to ask me that right now during COVID-19. Maybe we've spent a little too much time together. Just saying. I'm just kidding. I love a lot of things about being a mother, so I wrote a few things down. I love watching these little people who are a piece of me learn how to work hard for something and feel rewarded when they achieve it. I love being with my kids, showing them kindness, love, and grace, and helping them to see what being a good human looks like so that they can grow up to be that for their families and the world. I love hearing others say what amazing kids I have and just knowing that I was a part of that. I love knowing that I'm very much needed and that maybe that will look different as the kids grow and change, but no matter what, they will always need me as I still need my mom. I love knowing that my kids believe in God and have a relationship with Him. When they talk about Jesus and heaven without me prompting them, I kind of think my heart will explode. But what I love the most about being a mother is all the snuggles and kisses and feeling more love than you have ever felt in your life. I didn't plan on having 5 kids, but God had a plan, and I am forever grateful and blessed to be these 5 beautiful babies' mom.
Hi, I'm Susan Johnson, and these are a few reasons I love being a mom. First of all, it's just brought me closer to the Lord. It's taught me more about His love for me, and it has caused me to seek Him when I need wisdom on how to parent. A few things that I love about being Loyal's mom are, well, mostly I just love spending time with him. Really doesn't matter what it is. It can be doing a project together. It can be watching a video, talking in the car as we go somewhere, or over coffee in the morning, or sometimes going for a walk, or whatever we want to do together. And one thing that I always enjoy is a nice hug from my son. So those are a few things that I like about being a mom.
For Mother's Day, we're supposed to say what we love about being a mom. And being a mom, I have felt like emotions that I've never felt so extremely before. Like, I have never felt so much anxiety and fear, and I've never felt so scared in all my life. I have never have felt so much love and joy and just wonder either. So motherhood has been an amazing journey with lots of highs and lots of lows, and I'm so glad that I'm on it, and I am so thankful that I can experience all of that. So
Happy Mother's Day, family and friends. I've been thinking today about my own mom. She passed away a little over a year ago, and one of the things that she did a lot of was worry. I learned a lot from her about worry. I kind of tend to do it myself, and so a picture that I took yesterday at our food bank would have been really hard for her to get. This year would have just been really difficult for my mom. She would have worried a lot. One thing that my mom adored were all of her masterpieces. Now my mom, she called her masterpieces these people right here. when we would talk on the phone, we would finish conversations with her telling me that she was praying. And that's one of the ways that my mom combated worry, was with prayer. And she would either pray on the phone with me or she would tell me that she was praying. She also spent a lot of time writing cards to us telling us that she was doing that. And she would always tell me that life was like a journey. And she would say that it was an important journey and not to take it too fast, that it would just come as God wanted it to. Interestingly enough, I bought this pack of cards, and in there was one of her favorite Bible verses. The Bible verse is from Psalms 32, verse 8, and it really fits in with a mother's heart of praying for her kids. The Lord says, "I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you." I wanted to wish all of my friends a happy Mother's Day, and also to remember that prayer is the most important thing you can do for your kids.
Good morning. Happy Mother's Day, and what a beautiful day it is. No two mothers are alike, but we do share one thing in common, and that is that before we were mothers, we were daughters. So to our mothers, we lift prayers of praise and gratitude, and we know that we will always be daughters longer than we'll be mothers. To our daughters, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for making us mothers. We love you. And to our granddaughters, we love you more. Happy Mother's Day.
All right, being a mom, what does that mean to me? Being a mom to me is watching from as mother. I think about Mary, how she pondered these things in her heart. I've tried to do that, and it's been amazing to watch how God has been faithful to lead me, to guide me, to correct me, just as I loved, lived, directed, disciplined, and loved my kids and watched them grow up. And so everybody's unique in how they mom their kids, but the biggest thing that I have found in my life is that through no matter what, God is faithful. And I pray that my kids see that in my life, that I can trust Him, that I don't have to control them, that when God touches a life, it is a miracle of Him. And I pray that over my kids. I pray that over my grands. And I just am so grateful that He allowed me to be a mom to Josh, Josiah, Bethany, and Jake.
As a mother, I have been far from perfect. If I could have a do-over, you betcha I would take it. But the greatest joy in my life was being able to say the sinner's prayer with both of my children, lead them to the Lord. And I hope that my life here that remains with them, that I'm constantly pointing them to Jesus, and that I'm constantly drawing them closer to the Lord, that their eyes are not on me, but they're on God. And we can find forgiveness and mercy and grace through that relationship that we have with the Lord, because the things of this world are going to pass. And I want to be able to spend eternity with my children. There's nothing in this earth that I could give or offer to them that would compare to that. And I just want them to know that that is the most important thing, for them to know Jesus, and that this world is not our home, and that I want to see and be around them forever.
Hey everybody, most of you probably know I'm a mom to 3 sons, actually 3 grown sons. Let me tell you, that is not for the faint of heart, if any of you have boys. We spend a lot of our days just filled with wrestling matches, basketball games, cooking endless meals to fill their bellies. But I wouldn't have traded those days for anything. And Now they're grown, have, families of their own, and they've blessed me with 4 grandbabies, which I absolutely adore. And now what I love, probably more than anything, is when they'll call me up and they worry about me and they check on me, which, you never think that's going to happen, when they're little like that. But they do come back and they do bless you with many, many gifts in return. And I love them dearly.
3115. She provides food for her family. Such a blessing. And as a mom, we have a responsibility to go above and beyond. I always make sure that my kids take their vitamins, drink enough water, and have 3 square wholesome meals a day.
What do you mean you're hungry? I haven't fed you lunch? It's 2:15. There's Pop-Tarts in the pantry!
Look at you, righteous fox. You are clothed in strength and dignity. You got this. Your teeth are like a flock of newly shorn ewes. You go, girl.
The gray hairs?
I didn't even notice them because I'm too busy reading my Bible.
Silver hairs are a crown of glory? Huh. Beginning to think that glory and stress might have the same definition. Okay, in all seriousness, what I love about being a mom is that God intricately designed my 3 children specifically for me to be their mom, but also that he has gave them to me really as loners. I don't own them, but it is my responsibility, it's my joy to be able to teach them about Jesus and to love them, help them understand how to feel secure and confident in who they are in Christ. It's also been really fun to really just see another side of God through your kids, because you see how he specifically gave them gifts and strengths and their personalities, and I just feel like you see glimpses of how majestic our Creator is when I get to know my kids, and it's my favorite. Then of course it is challenging and rewarding. Challenging for me is just going to God every day and saying, like, I don't want to have these false expectations or put my own sort of dreams and pressures on my kids. I just want to see them for who you made them to be. And stripping away any of those, expectations that I would have of what my kids would be like, and leaning into Christ and just allowing him to show me how he made them. It's taught me so much. I know I am their teacher as their mother, but I really do believe I learn just as much, if not more, from them as they learn from me. So it's a beautiful relationship.
Good morning. When Pastor Adam asked me to talk about what I loved about being a mom, so many things went into my head. It's my absolute most favorite job ever. I've loved all the stages of my daughter's life as she's grown up. She's going to be a senior next year. That's quite scary to me, but I can't hardly be sad because I'm so excited to see what kind of future she has. She has lots of goals and dreams and hopes, and I know she's going to achieve them. Addison makes me proud every day. Not only is she my kid, but she's growing into be one of my best friends. I love her, and I hope all of you have a happy Mother's Day. Good morning. Being a mom is probably the most rewarding and yet challenging thing I've ever done in my life and continue to do daily. One challenge is that I went through about 1.5 years of infertility to get Addison, and it was worth every penny and blood draw. I'm so thankful that God picked her to be mine. She continues to make me proud every day. I remember when she was about 2 to 3 weeks old, sitting there one late night, looking down at her and realizing that I would die for her. And that's a pretty big deal because I like my life. But it's true. I mean, I can't say that about a lot of other people, but hey. But one other person I can say that about is my own mom. So I would like to give her a shout out too for all of her advice and wisdom, because it definitely takes a village to help all of us moms raise our kids. Happy Mother's Day to you all.
You know, one of the amazing things to me about the love of a mother is just the way that it reflects God's love for us. And you know, it says in Isaiah 66 chapter 66 verse 3, it says, as a mother comforts her child, so will I comfort you, and you will be comforted. And he was talking directly to Israel when he said that, but it lets us know this, that God himself is comparing his love to the love of a mother, and that's a pretty powerful statement. And you know, we spent some time talking about you know, the prodigal son and a few weeks back, and we were talking about the love of a father and how that reflects the love of God, and the same is true about the love of a mother, and just how deep it is, and it's amazing, you know, when you think about that kind of a love, right? The kind of love that is able to bring healing, but also correction, right? And that the kind of love that is able to help put up boundaries, but also is unconditional, and the kind of love that is full of mercy and grace and forgiveness, and there's something special and something amazing about that. And so today we are celebrating that. We are celebrating our moms and all of the ladies in our life who we love, and I know that sometimes Mother's Day can be a hard day, especially if you've lost your mom, or maybe you don't have a great relationship with your mom, but certainly there are ladies in your life who have come alongside of you and who have lifted you up and helped shape you into the person that you are. And so I just would encourage you today to take a moment to thank them and to call them and tell them how much you love them, and if you can't do that, if they're not around anymore, or you're not able to speak with them, I would just encourage you to be that person in someone's life. I would encourage you to pour into the people around you, and to just love as deeply as you can. My favorite Mother Teresa quote, you know, fits it, you know, and it says to do small things with great love, and isn't that like, you know, what a mom does? You know, all of these small things with a great deep sense of love, and the difference that makes in our lives, we celebrate today. And so again, if we could celebrate with you in person today, it's awesome, and I'm so glad to be able to do that. If not, we miss you and we love you, and we're praying for you wherever you are this morning. And so we'll see you next week.